Back at it again with some more college football gameplay as your San Diego State Aztecas are back on the field yet again to take on the University of Northern Illinois here in today's first game of the video. Man, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe for your boy. Let me know how you guys are enjoying the series, and let me know down below. As a quick question before we even jump into the video, as of right now, 3 games of the season, who is your favorite player on the San Diego State team? Who's your favorite player on the roster? Who you think's been broken out the most? And hopefully we have some good talent to keep us propelled towards the future. We have a good video here today, so let's get things underway and kicked off here, as we will kick things off to Northern Illinois to start the day off. And we're looking to have a high octane offense like we've actually been able to see these past couple of games, but with less, I guess you say, turnovers. You know, we've kind of kept other teams in the ball games despite having great starts to games, and the defense has looked great. But it seems like teams want to continually pound us with the run game here, and that's what they're going to start out with Northern Illinois going up the sideline. Big run to get to their side of the field at the 50, taken down at the 41-yard line. And you saw it at the beginning. They showed off the running back as one of their key players on offense. He's got a star in his name. They're going to go right back to him again after the big run. And I don't know why. A lot of teams love to try to run the ball here against San Diego. I don't know why they try to test our defense like this, or try to test our front seven. But we're going to prove here today that you cannot just run all over us. I don't know if they just got a tip from FCS that showed that they had some good success there until the end of the game. But here they go with another run attempt. And they're actually going to go for it here on 4th and 1 on their side of the field. Electing not to go for the field goal, maybe a little too far here. Direct handoff to their halfback up the middle, and we're there in the backfield to get them. Try to go with the pistol, maybe a little bit too slow on that, but we stop them short. No points there on their opening drive. Now it'll be back up to us. And we've actually seen our run game here take off recently, as we've seen good success from Cardwell. Not so much from Sutton, but we're looking to see if we can get those two going here early, and that'll open up the door for Jaden to do his thing in the pass game as that ball gets knocked loose. Seen Jaden hit well over 300 yards here each of the last 2 games. Throw that one up over the top. That's a great catch there. 21 yards starting out the day already early. Oh, that's actually his 1,000th yard on the season. 1,018 yards now with that 21-yard catch. So at least trying to be at the top of our conference. You know, if we can't be in the top of the NCAA, that's cool, but can we at least be the top in the MWC? Jaden going to drop back here on 2nd and 7. Go out to his halfback, Cardwell, getting open early. And one thing I like about this team is it's just there's a lot of underneath stuff and big plays that we can gash with the run game. The offensive line holds up pretty well. You know, this is not the same kind of pressure that I've seen using other teams. I mean, you would think that the offensive line would be kind of a little shaky being in the 70s, but they actually hold up pretty well. We don't see too much pressure. They block very well in the run game. And here in goal territory, we're going to throw this slant route up the middle. Easy touchdown grab there. Who is that? Is that McLaurin? The 4th string receiver actually getting into the game and getting a catch for a touchdown? I can't see. That says 85, 86. It does say 85. That is McClure, our 4th string receiver, getting onto the field, catching a touchdown pass here to start the day out. Jerry, we don't really see him too often grace the field, but when he does, he's actually making those catches pretty well. So he's looking like a good 4th string receiver. I know we gotta find the depth on this team, especially because I've heard that, like, you know, that transfer portal is crazy, and I don't know who we're gonna lose, what reason we're gonna lose them for, and who we're gonna be able to persuade to stay. But we gotta figure out, you know, what kind of depth we have, how many new, you know, freshmen are we gonna have to come in and play immediately, and hopefully we get some good recruits to sign here soon. You know, we're already at the end of this video, 4 or 5 weeks through the season. So hopefully we can get some of those players to go and commit their way through us. That's a great catch by their tight end to get up to the 10-yard line. And they're going to start the 2nd quarter here in goal territory, 2nd and 4. For the Huskies offense here, going with the receiver handoff, and we get that in the backfield easily. Keeping them here to 3rd and 5. They're going to go with the pass. Pressure's getting there. Not in time, but we knocked the ball loose. And a timeout is called. I think that's an injury timeout there from us. So they're going to go ahead and go with the field goal here. Setting it up nice and easy. And they're going to just take their 3 points. So Huskies will at least enter the game, enter the scoreboard. 7-3 here for them. And after this game, we should be starting conference play too as well. We got our first visit set to come up next week. So we got to get into tune for those games. Are you? Woo! Acevedo. Big time catch down the field. Let's run that one back. Just one-on-one with the linebacker. So I figured, why not test it? He just beats him. You know, he's got a full step. And you see the ball in the air. Jumps up to go grab it. And this time we don't see the normal, back breaking catch animation. He keeps it in front of him. Holds it down. He's over there cheering for the tackle, but honestly, I wouldn't cheer after a play like that. I just got burnt. And spin move gets some ankles broke. I wouldn't cheer after that either. It's now 1st and 10. The offense is moving here today, sending a cornerback blitz. We're going to go with the receiver. It looked like a screen there, but I promise it was just a really close drag. As we get a great catch there by Acevedo. Coming right here to Bostic again. Going up the middle, trying to get in the end zone. He can't reach out for it. Here on 1st and goal at the 1, we'll just hand that thing off to Caldwell, getting another touchdown here on the season, jugging his way through, and now we'll be up 14-3. And this is what I want to see more of: offense running smoothly, cleanly, and actually holding the lead. Let's not let them come back, make the game close, and have to make it look more close than it was on the scoreboard sheet. Here is a deep throw down the field. Blown assignment leads to a Huskies 70 or 80-yard touchdown. I think that was 78 yards through the air. What happened? I think that was a simple cover 3, our free safety blue coverage. Rogers for the Huskies taking advantage of it on the post route, and they make this game back close again, 14-10. As I just said, we need to close out more of these games. So let's see what the offense does here in the third. As we get things kicked off in the second half. Great run there by Cartwell. 3rd and 9 here. Finding the receiver wide open. That's Napier. Catching that one over the middle. And we're up to the 50-yard line here. Jaden going short underneath. Great spin move there by Bostic. Breaks 1, breaks 2. So a spin move with 2 broken tackles leads to a 1st down and an injury for the Huskies. I mean, I would probably get hurt too if I got broke like that. Great slant route play here to Bostic again as he's going off today. He looks more and more like the #1 every day, but those slots, they just be open. It's no wonder Madden has that issue with the slot receivers in simulation just going off. It's because they're always open even when you play the games. And it leads to wide open runs like that when everybody has to spread out here. Going on 3rd and goal to our halfback. Good catch, and he gets us closer. And 4th and goal at the 3. I'm thinking we go risky. Y'all know coach move, whether it's at the pro level or the college level. We're playing aggressive. So I want to try to get, because if we don't get this, at the very least, it's close enough to get a safety and get the ball right back. So I'm thinking we go spread flex weak here. Motion Y stick. Oh no. Quarterback switches up the play on me. He wants to go with the out routes instead. So looking at the out, looking at the short route. There goes our halfback wide open. Cardwell not able to get there. He does get us to the 1 though, which puts us in great position too. It said send a blitz here to try to get them to get the safety. I don't know if you guys would coach that way, but that's how I would. That's how I genuinely would coach like that in real life. If we're at this close, I'm get as close as possible. If we don't score, it's okay. The very first play I'm doing is a blitz, just like that for that result. Safety in the backfield, and we get 2 points for the 16 and the punt back to get the ball. So now effectively, it's almost as if we have a 9-point play opportunity here if we get this into the end zone. Great screen pass there to Carwell, getting us on 1st and 15. Puts us to 1st and 10 at the 20. Let me know down below. Do you guys agree with that coaching decision, though? I feel like that's a good mindset to have, though. Like, if you are within 5 yards of scoring, go for it. Send a massive blitz. Bail out on it. You know, most teams are going to try to run to get pressure in there, or they'll try a pass play. As long as your man coverage sticks up, so if you got the players in real life, you know, that can actually, they want to talk about being in man coverage, well, that's going to be the time to show me. Because I'm putting my faith in your man coverage here as we drop back here on 2nd and goal. Find our halfback. This time, Cardwell's going to try to break his way forward. Still getting shut out the 1, but with an extra down here on 3rd and goal, we'll be able to run this one into the end zone, and a much different result this time as we take this game up. So like I said, ends up working out in our favor. We get a 9-point turnaround off of that 4th down failed attempt. And now it's 24-10 here as we go ahead and move things into the 4th quarter. trying to just go ahead and close this game out. Look at Cardwell getting skinny through the block. He's up over 100 yards on the day already. And I guess one thing I got to pay more attention to is like the wear and tear, making sure I'm not overworking these guys. You know, this isn't necessarily like the pros where I probably should care about stats too much. I just want them to stay in, get all their stats. You know, get as much rushing yards as possible. Really work it, because obviously too, deal breakers. You know, how many times are you running the ball per game, passing it per game? As we get a great touchdown grab there. That's Sutton getting into the game there in the backfield, catching his first touchdown of the year, working this game up from 31 to 10. But yeah, especially when you got to work about deal breakers, about playing style, you really want run game and pass game to be good. You want the defense to be good, or else you're going to lose players just based off of how many yards per game you're giving up here. And that's a kick return getting taken all the way back up the field. Kicker, last line of defense. He's trying to hold them off till everybody gets there. And they do tackle him down at the 25 on their side, though. Big rushing attempt there as they go right back to the halfback. He clears it up the middle. Safety's running to the locker room. And in really two big plays, but one actual offensive play, the Huskies just bring this right back. Just what did I mention earlier? The defense has an issue, or at least the offense and defense, this team has an issue with going up big. We were just up 31 to 10 to blowing things, as now our punter gives us a terrible kick here, and they're at the 20. So a kick return to the 25, a 25-yard rush, a punt that puts them starting at the 20, and now they're going with the QB read option here. I was about to say QB draw. No, that's definitely a read option. Now they're in great position to kind of get this game back up here as they go with another run here up the middle. That's a first down grab. It'll be first and goal here. What do the Aztecas do here? They're sending a blitz in. It does not get there. Wide open receiver over the middle. And that's what happens when the blitz gets picked up. Man coverage can only hold up for so long. And now they're only down 7. And what was a blowout to start the fourth is now a game that we have to refight for our lives here. So going right back to our run game. Caldwell, huge run up the middle, taking 3 Huskies to get him down to the ground. Over 150 now on the day, and he's not done. Running to the left side, breaking through a tackle. So we're really going into chew that clock mode. I'm not snapping into that. Play clock is red. Handing it off to the left side yet again. Caldwell trying to spin his zoo. Them legs ain't looking as shifty as they were in the first. Going to a 3rd and 2 here. We're going right back to our halfback. Almost got clogged up in the backfield, but he does get the first down to keep the game moving. And here on 3rd and 8, we had an injury timeout here, so we need to get this clock back working. Going out to our halfback. Plenty of room to run to the sideline. He'll stay in bounds, don't get tackled down, as Northern Illinois use their second timeout. Coming close to the 2-minute warning here. 2nd and goal. Looking. Finds Bostic. Wide open for a touchdown grab. And back up 2 scores we go, as the salute to the lead we go. And just like that, Northern Illinois is trying to make a last stand comeback here. 2nd and 10, finds a wide open receiver, though. That's the tight end. Breaks off 2 tackles like it's nothing. They only have about 60 seconds left to go here. Clock does stop here, so 65 due to the first down. They need to score quickly and get an onside kick. So 1st and 10 here, sending the blitz with the linebackers up the middle. They don't get there in time. That's a broken tackle, and he gets taken down there. 2nd and inches, so clock won't stop. They do clock it, though, so 3rd and inches here. 44 seconds left to go. Hand off of the middle, and we stop them in the backfield. 4th and 5, you know they have to go for it, so they're calling the hurry up here. Under 40 seconds left to go, but this is college football. 40 seconds is plenty of time to score twice. Dropping back, pocket looking clean, finds it over the middle. The safety doesn't jump. I think that was Dale-Sean Stanley there. Could have had a chance to jump for it. Might have just been slightly out of reach. But the Huskies score a touchdown. And with this field goal, they'll go back down 38-31. So now it's an onside kick if they get this. Okay, the military think they clean with that little dive bomb. Now we have to put an extra point on because they celebrating on us too. As we go and grab this rock here, Bostic making the clutch play again. Clutch touchdown grabs, clutch onside kicks, and with 3 seconds left, we got to send them home with something. Since they wanted to flex on us, let's throw this right back to Bostic and let him flex on them. Stand up, and we salute their way off the field as we still show that respect, as we respectfully put BTA with a 44-31 victory here. They didn't even let me kick the extra point. I thought they would just to add extra insult, but ball game over here, man. We win 44-31. Look at that 4th quarter. A combination of 41 points scored. just in the fourth quarter alone. Cardwell gets player of the game, 184 yards on the ground through 24 attempts, 2 rushing touchdowns, and we really just held their team down. I mean, they had to go to their backup quarterback, Macon had to come in because Holst did get hurt about halfway through, and Holst came in relief, and when he came in, the passing game really started to work for them. You saw them start to come back. He had 3 passing touchdowns, but does nothing to Jaden's 4 touchdowns there through the air. Cardwell, we talked about the great game that he had with his 184, 2 touchdowns, 47 yards after contact too as well. He was breaking tackles left and right, and then led us in receptions with 11 for 71 out the backfield. Bostic over 100 yards, 2 touchdown grabs on the day, leading McClure and Sutton to get 1 apiece. Jordan still 5 for 80, still showing off solid production out of the 1 spot, but I'm just proud that this team was actually able to still keep the win. If we had lost this game, I don't know if I'm playing game 2 immediately after this. I might need a week's vacation. Y'all probably would have had, a little lack of upload from this series for a bit if we had came back and lost that game with how the fourth quarter started out, especially after that punt. But now it's time for the more important week, as we have 4 visits this week, including an important 4-star and in Tunosa Onuwalu, 4-star quarterback / athlete. We're second on his board, so this could really help out. We have 2 that we're first interested in, 3-star receiver and 3-star guard are visiting, and a 2-star halfback who are 5th on his board, so this could really help us move up. And then obviously Larry Sexton there as left tackle, because he reached his top 3, so we can now move him into a role of scheduling his weekly visit as well, and we're number 2 on his board. So this is going to be a big time, though. We want to get that quarterback commit. I don't know what's going to happen with Jaden. He is I think red-shirted junior. Chance to possibly get drafted. Chance to transfer away if he doesn't like what we're doing here. So that 4-star right there, and that'll be the very first 4-star of the series, is important to me. Now Bryce Phillips here gets player of the week after 2 tackles and 2 pass deflections last week at corner, so shout out to him. It's not been a big defensive week for the MWC. And then obviously Ryan Cardwell also got player of the week for his rushing attempts there. I mean, over 180 yards. Who's not going to get it in that case? And now it's time for us to start conference player against Colorado State, as they are 2-2, playing their first conference game as well this week. And we're going to try to look to see now. These are where the games count. The losses before would have been okay because we can still go to the conference championship without those losses. But here today, we're going to look to see what can we do, what can we produce in conference. We're showing off the best players of the game, even though one of ours doesn't even play that often. Sorry, Sutton. But he does come in the pass game pretty frequently, and if we got to start managing wear and tear there down the line, he should see an increased volume of carries. So Colorado State starts with the ball here. They're going to try to take off there with their quarterback, as everybody was covered up, and he rushes for the first down, 12-yard rush there from QB1. Looking pretty clean here as we almost get to him in the backfield. Just dumps it to his halfback as we go to take him down as well. 2 catches, 3 yards here on the day. Hasn't been too good in the pass game, as they've stayed underneath for the most part. And that's how it works to get them their 3rd first down here of the drive. So this is a little bit unique now. First time we're seeing a team not depend on the run to get it done. But I think our pass defense is better than our rush defense anyway. We have some great corners, really good safeties, and we play great man coverage, which allows us to send blitzes in like this one here to get to the QB. And that is Trey White coming off the edge, getting his first sack of the day. Best player on this team. Hopefully, maybe he has aspirations to go pro to get our pro potential rating up a little bit. I mean, between him and Jaden, and possibly maybe even Caldwell with how good of a season they all 3 are having, those could be 3 pro potential type of players here, as we have 2 injuries on our team, Nassar and Tuatui, both getting injured on that 3rd down stop. That's probably the thing that I got to look at most. Like, I do pay attention to wear and tear, but mainly just for my skill guys on offense. Like, I definitely don't check it for the D-line or O-line. So I got to watch that some more, because I don't want my defensive tackles and edge rushers constantly going out the game because they're hurt. But after forcing them to punt, a QB masterclass was put on last week. 386 through the air, 4 touchdowns by Jaden. We're looking for him to replicate it. So why not go ahead and replicate the play calls here? Same play that we started out last game with, Sutton getting the first carry of the game. Let me see what they're looking like in that run. And I'll take a little gain of 4 there. Suatui will return soon, but can't return right now. So we're going to leave him on the bench. I probably would have left him on the bench anyway to get fully healthy if we can. Coming back here with the wide stack look. We're going to go with the run here, as Caldwell will go ahead and come in and get us another gain of 4 there. And I would say that wide stack, or any of our wide formations, are some of my favorite to run out of. It really loosens up that box for you to get those run lanes even clearer. And especially I love moving our running back out in the pass game too as well. So we're going to send him in motion here on 3rd and 2. And look at that, wide open. Nobody's coming down quick enough. All we need is 2 yards, and we will grab that. I'm going to keep this drive moving here. Sending our receiver here in motion, trying a little bit of trickery here across the formation. Pressure's going to get there in his face. It's down on the ground. Caldwell picks it up, thankfully, and is running pretty slowly after he picks it up. Wasn't able to shake the linebacker there. And now because of that, we have to check our matchups here, check wear and tear to make sure everybody's still good after that long loss. So we're going to need a deep play here on 2nd and 23. Pocket's looking good. I'm going to roll out to the right. Jaden looking, finds Jordan for the catch, and he gets it all back. 21-yard catch there to start the day off. And we're going with our halfback here as he gets nutted up in the backfield. Had a great chance there to keep the drive moving, but we will not today. We're going to try to go for it here. 4th and 3 is he cannot reach for it. And in Bostic, I was trying to hope that he could reach there for the first down. He wasn't able to grab it. And now we give them great field position here as this Colorado offense did show an inability to move the ball. If we can stop that run early, going with the quarterback scramble here, we're going to take care of that. No read options against this team. Everybody's going to stay patient, play their assignment. They're going 5 wide here, looking to go deep, and they go underneath. We saw that play be big last week, but that time our safety was there to watch it. So they had to go underneath and end up just punting us the ball right back. So back to our offense there. There goes McClure again. Another guest appearance in the episode here. As we're coming close to the end of this first quarter, still nobody scored here. Going to our tight end, it's also a guest appearance. Don't see Adams catch the ball too much there. This will be the last play before the end of the quarter here. We're going out to our receiver, Bostic. Not able to hold on to that one. As we actually end the first quarter with a 0-0 tie here. And our first ever conference gameplay. Look at both teams playing evenly. The pass games look good, but the run game's been kind of held down. Time of possession's been pretty even. So here we go on 2nd and 8. First play coming out of the second quarter. So we get that one down the field. Great spin move there by the running back. Bro, Caldwell in that spin move in the first half is lethal. If you let him get some open field, that spin move is going to get you unless it's in the 4th quarter. And just because of that, we get to our side of the field. We're in the red zone now. 2nd and 10 here, going back to our halfback, Caldwell. Open lane to the end zone as he gets taken down by 3 Colorado State defenders. We just have to go right back to him, though. Get him his touchdown as he gets bumped back. Goes right back into it, though. D-line showed a little bit of push, but he stayed on his feet, stayed strong. And now because of that, we have our first lead of the game, and it is now 7-0 for the Aztecas. So now how do we match that up on defense? Can we keep them off the scoreboard too as well? As that was a great gap shoot there by our linebacker. He just missed. But we still only get him to a gain of 1 there. 2nd and 9. Dropping back. Throw goes out short again. Haven't tested us down the field too often, this defense. So as we send a blitz here on 3rd and medium. Throw going down the field here. First attempt as that gets swatted away. Great coverage there on the outside. That's Delshawn Staley. One-on-one and strong safety, showing that he can play man coverage too as well. Might be great nickelback coverage there, NFL teams, if y'all want to draft him too. I don't mind losing players to the NFL because that helps my pro potential, which helps me get transfers and especially high school freshmen as we throw that one down the field. That's feeder in bounds. Great catch there by Acevedo. I didn't think he was able to get the toes down in time. That was a great throw by Jaden, putting that one right on the money. We're going to go answer right back with Caldwell, getting into the end zone. Look at him already waving at the fans. Don't forget, we're at home. Don't tell them bye. We don't want them to leave yet, because if they stay, that also helps the stadium atmosphere. Stadium pulses rocking here, though, today as they're going crazy against Colorado State as we are up 14-0 here in the second. As we're going to run this 2-minute drill here to see if they can get some points. Dropping back, finds his open receiver. We get him short of the line, so clock will keep moving. Every first, I don't think there's a, I can't even remember now. Does the clock stop in the first half too as well? Is that just second half under 2 minutes to go? Dropping back here, throws it over. I guess we'll find out right here. Gets the first down. Yeah, clock does stop here for first down. So every time they get a first down, it's almost like a timeout for them for at least a little bit. At least let them get back to the line of scrimmage, sort out a new play. Taking their time here to call it, though, as we're going to drop back. Instead of taking the deep route there, we had 2-on-1 down the field. They elect to go underneath. Miss out on it. 2nd and 11 here. Throws this one short underneath again. They only have 2 timeouts left in about 60 seconds once they get back to this line of scrimmage to snap the ball. 3rd and 2, we can put it down here if we need to. Dropping back, looks like a cover 2 here from the Aztecas. They will go underneath still again. Even when running the cover 2 to cover the underneath stuff, they're still getting wide open underneath. Going with a screen play, which is pretty interesting here on 1st down. And they're just under 20 seconds left to go. They still have 1 timeout left here. Obviously, they want to be the last ones to score and not give us any time. But 3rd and 8 if they use their final timeout now. So that means 1st downs is the only way to stop the clock. 1st downs and out of bounds. Guard the sticks. No, don't give them that. And they're actually going to call a hurry up here at the 14 because they do have to clock it if they want to get a field goal in. 12, 11, 10. With 10 seconds left, they're actually going to try one more play. If they get the 1st down, they're going to get their field goal. But if we get them below the sticks here, as they throw it short of the sticks, breaks a tackle, spins out of one, but we get them down. And clock will keep running. They're not going to get there in time, and we held them shut out for the 1st half. I think it's the first time that we've done that here in the series. The defense playing strong today. We're running a shutout through 2 quarters. Offense is up, scoring 2 touchdowns. We're up 14-0. And Deshaun Stanley, 4 tackles, 2 pass deflections already through that 1st half. And let's see if the defense can actually keep it going. Honestly, I've not been impressed by this offense at all of Colorado State. They have not done anything that has worried me. The pass game we've been able to lock up with just normal man coverage. That drive, we ran a lot of zone, because we're trying to get them stopped short, really run the clock, and maybe we can get the ball back. But now we can go back to playing more aggressive and maybe look to go ahead and just play tougher. Now, if you guys didn't notice down below, we're actually in the 4th quarter here, as nobody scored throughout the entire 3rd quarter either. We actually went to our backup halfback, Sutton, in the ball game here. He's going to actually get the throw here in the catch, and he's running into the end zone. Touchdown just that quick to start off the 4th. So we went through the entire 3rd quarter with goose eggs on both sides, still 14-0. I looked at our depth chart, being that we were up so big and looking pretty good, and Cardwell actually had an increased risk of injury. So we're going to let Sutton finish out the game here unless things get back close. And you see, that's a great move already. He gets the first play that he comes in, because that was his actual very first play being in the game in that 4th quarter, and he scores a touchdown immediately. So now we're up 21-0 here, as Colorado State still going underneath. I don't know if this quarterback is just afraid to go down the field or what. 3rd and 12 here. They go underneath with another screen play, and it's not like we set a blitz or anything, so of course it doesn't work. It's 4th and 13. Now right back to our offense here. Sutton still in the backfield, sending a blitz in, but Sutton is wide open as the linebacker couldn't get over there in time. Sutton foot race to the end zone, and he will beat the safety in there. Getting tackled into the end zone. So did he really beat him? I say yes, because the scoreboard still increased. 28-0 now for your San Diego State Aztecas. And just like that, this game is getting out of hand. It's not only 21 scump. We are up 4 touchdowns and still getting sacks in the backfield. Dropping him back to a 2nd and 16 is, I don't even know if this man want to play anymore. They have yet to get any points up. They have yet to even cross the 50 here in this 2nd half. So they go with another deep pass play here, launching it down the field, throwing up a prayer as we're going to knock that one down. Phelps there in coverage. There, he can't test him one-on-one. He's been pretty locked down, and we're just in normal cover 3 here. Not even man defense. They're going to test him again after just failing the last time, and it still doesn't work and gives us great field position. So now not only have we had put in Sutton, we put on our 3rd string back up here, Washington, getting his first carry of the season, and he finally gets a 1st down. Easy first catch of the season. 12 yards. We're going to play fake here, throwing it out of a sack, and there it is, a touchdown again. I mean, when you're playing in the conference, it's no sportsmanship at all. You are our rivals. We are trying to beat, demoralize, and strike fear into every other conference opponent that we are back. Because keep in mind, this team won 3 games last year, 4 games the year before, and my only goal for the season, in terms of my contract, is to win 5. We are already at 3, meaning we've already matched last year's win total. We are up 35-0 here in the 4th quarter. I think it's pretty safe to say we're going to get win number 4. We matched 2 years ago's win total. And we get one more win, I will match my contract goal. And I think a 6th win gets us in line for a possible, make us bowl eligible. So we will have a chance to play in a bowl game if we win 2 more games after this. So we're playing for a lot here in the next episode. But real quick, like I said, no sportsmanship for the conference opponents. We're going to send them away with something. Touchdown there to go ahead and raise up the score even more. It's now 42-0. That's back-to-back weeks, dropping 40+ points or more. So RBI, the game ends there, 42-0, 28-0 in the 4th quarter. A complete goose egg. Shout out to the defense. They get that. I think my whole defense needs player of the game. But Jaden, 387, 4 touchdowns. Another game dropping over 380 yards and over 4 touchdowns. If colleges ain't looking at this and saying, hey, I mean, he might be at least worth a late round, day 2, day 3 pick. And this game was just complete domination. You see every arrow is pointed in our direction, except for they, of course, attempted more pass plays. They had more kick return yards because they had more opportunities, more punts. All the negative stats go on their side, but 387, 4 touchdowns off only 31 for 41 attempts there. Rushing, 12 for 66 for Cardwell. Like I said, we went to Sutton afterwards, so 9 for 57. A pretty good balance, though, between those two. So, I mean, it's what, 20... Trying to count that in mind. 23 rushing attempts on the day. We probably could stand to do a couple more, maybe 25 to 30 rushing attempts a game. Still get that up. Cardwell, 8 for 86 out the backfield. Bostic, not a huge gain on the yards, but 7 catches. Jordan, 91 yards and a touchdown here today. Sutton caught 2 touchdown passes as well. And defensively, just a complete shutout. When you're doing that well, you got to check every stat. Staley at free safety or strong safety. 11 tackles, 5 TFLs today for Nassar, and 2 sacks with Trey White as well. And we had 6 total as a team. Just sucks we weren't able to get any turnovers. But yeah, this team was not moving the ball well at all. I mean, if we just look at Colorado State's offense here and just look at their run game, 10 for -30 by Taj Bullock, their quarterback. 30 for 38, 229 yards. It was decent through the air, not bad, but through all the sacks he took and the negative read options, 10 for -30 yards on the ground. Avian, 8 for 23. I mean, if you look at that as a whole, that means they overall went negative. And that's why we got our first commit here this season. 3-star guard Robert Parker is coming to the Aztecas with a verbal commit. That's what I like to see. And we actually got our second commit too, as well as the receiver Charles Spielman is coming here too. He liked what he saw at the pass game. The guards liked what they saw at the run game. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get our quarterback though. And some other news here is Zach, another guard, reached his top 3. We're at number 1 for him. Right edge Soares reached his top 5. We are number 5, so we probably don't want to lose out on that battle. But we did lose out on Sexton. He fully commits to UCLA, so we lose out on our tackle, our 3-star tackle there. But definitely want to make sure we're not losing some of these battles here. It looks like we're fighting with Utah State here, and it's a pretty close back and forth, but they're pretty much the only ones we're fighting with for guard Durham. Sora, we haven't even put anything into him yet at all. Looks like he's looking at Fresno State the most, so we could probably still wait off on adding any points and come back for that one late. As Byron Caldwell gets player of the week with 12 for 66, 5 yards per carry. Why do they not give it to Jaden? They hating at this point. But with our first 2 commits, I just wanted to see where we rank nationally now, as we finally have some people on our board or committed from our board. And we actually are at 65 overall in the nation with those 2 3-star commits. Jumps us up pretty high here. We're not looking at the 1-stars and the 2-stars like some other schools are. I'm trying to get those 3-stars first. We can always come back for 2 and 1-stars. There's plenty of those. I want to get 3, 4-stars if we can while we can. Now, we're not high up in the MWC either. Utah State's up there pretty much. They got 5 total, but 5 2-stars. Fresno State has 1 3-star. Air Force has 2 3-stars like we do. They're the only other ones that do. But, I feel like those other guys are going to be there. And there's definitely some more guys here that have us like first in their interest board that we're not even looking at. Or at least that we're not looking at as far as like 5th, 4th on interest level. So we can still come back and get some of those guys, add them to our board a little bit later. But next time out, we'll be seeing Nevada, a bye week, and then more recruits coming, I believe, the following week. Against I'm trying to remember. I think it's Wyoming. So we have more recruits on the way, more chances to close out some of these battles, and hopefully we have some more commits here throughout the next 3 weeks, as we'll go through 3 weeks of the season in the next video. If you guys have enjoyed the video or are excited about our 2 new recruits that we've committed, please leave a like, man, subscribe, join the family, man. If you guys are enjoying my gameplays here, or share it out with friends and family of other people that either like college football, or you just think my commentary is interesting enough for them to go ahead and check out. So I'll see you guys in the next video. It's me, your boy, Coach Smooth, and I'll catch you guys later.